Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, a recap of night 2 of the spring concert this past Tuesday.
A look into a trip to a far, far away island that you may have learned about in science class.
Next, what happened right outside on the Mepham track and why it is a tradition.
And lastly, our sports and weather recap for this week. I'm Chris Patton.
And I'm Miss Dennis.
And the Teacher Takeover on BMB starts now.
At BMB, we navigate the seas of stories and treasure the ones that matter most.
We have your week in Mepham Sports.
Join us as we take you into the heart of the community where stories unfold and voices unite. We are BMB.
We are BMB.
These are the BMB morning announcements.
Good morning, Mepham. That's right, your favorite teachers are on the morning announcements for the annual Teacher Takeover episode of the BMB Morning Announcements.
That's right. Whoever picked who to go on air did a great job.
I agree. Well, fun fact, today BMB is out of the building at their annual BASH Awards, which stands for Broadcasting Alliance for Senior High. These awards are where high school students from all over the island can compete to win in multiple different categories. In previous years, BMB has won big. However, we don't know yet, so stay tuned for next week's morning announcements.
So since B&B is out of the building, we've decided that we were going to go take over the morning announcements this week. And not just me and Miss Dennis, a lot of other familiar faces from our faculty. So here is our fellow colleague, Mr. G, with some information about Tuesday's Spring Concert Part 2.
I have a beautiful voice. I have a beautiful... Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. But let me tell you about something really awesome that happened this week at Mepham High School. The auditorium came alive this week during the annual spring concert, featuring a standout performance from the chorus. Students performed a mix of classical pieces and modern hits, giving the audience a taste of everything and proving just how much talent lives here at Mepham.
So it's definitely an emotional evening, but it's also a beautiful presentation of all the hard work that they've done throughout the school year, and for some of them for the last 4 years.
With a packed house of family, friends, and faculty, the concert was a huge success and a perfect way to wrap up the year in music. For BMB, I'm Mr. G, or, if you dare, Mr. Grosskreutz.
Thanks, Mr. G. Great job, and great job to the chorus.
Miss Dennis, I can't believe this year's wrapping up. I feel it just started.
I know. I can't believe it either. But there is still so much left in the year to look forward to, like all the awards ceremonies and even some trips.
They're my favorite. Wait, did you say trips?
Yes.
You know, our friend and colleague has more of some very special trips. So take it away, Coach Mattis.
Do you remember being taught about this amazing island called the Galapagos? An island which seemed a pure imagination. Well, what if I told you you have a chance to go to this amazing island?
I would always, as a young kid, study maps. And as I would study maps, I'd wonder what people did in those places, wonder what they lived like, what they ate like, right? And I would just imagine places that I would never be able to go to. And the Galapagos Islands was one of those places. So that when I was finally given the opportunity to do so, it was like crossing off something from my bucket list, you know?
This trip will take place over February break from February 20th to 29th next year. On the screen is a QR code to RSVP to the meeting, which will be held on May 29th. The meeting will serve as an informational night for parents that are interested in having their kids attend. It will begin at 7 p.m. I don't know about you, but I definitely want to go on this trip. Anyway, that's all from me. For BMB, I'm Mr. Mattis, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Mr. Mattis. I think we should do this teacher takeover thing more than once a year.
I think we're naturals. I agree. However, we are not done yet. Another teacher got a chance to roam the hallways with our very own Luke Yepes. Take it away.
Hello? It's Rubes going out on a Roman rampage. Perfect. Stop right there, the two of you. If you were to propose to Miss Mallon right now, what would you do?
I'd take her out on a horse ride.
Do you say yes?
I think I would say yes.
All right, we'll see you at prom. Miss Wisey, from 1 to you peaked in high school, how awkward were you at prom?
You peaked in high school.
Stood by the punch bowl.
Yep.
Rubes on a roaming rampage. Rubes on a roaming rampage. No, that's me. Rubes on a roaming rampage! Yes! Yes! Come on, Mr. Richards! No, come on. But you're supervising prom, and it's about the prom. Which student is most likely to test your patience on prom night, and are you willing to name names? Who was your prom date, and where are they at now?
Wow. Her name was Katie, and honestly, I have no clue where she is now.
Don't rush me, Katie. I'm just not ready.
What was your biggest fear going into prom?
Because I didn't think anybody wanted to go with me, and then somebody made me go, and then my biggest fear was going to be that, like, I stepped on them, but they didn't want to dance with me, so that was pretty tough. I hope that question didn't completely backfire, but it was a pretty sad prom.
I don't think we should put that one in there.
Great job, Miss Rubenstein. Luke needs to watch out. He's going to lose his spot.
Patton, it's his segment. I don't think that could happen.
I guess you're right.
I know. I always am.
I know. But do you know that a new tradition is happening the past Monday? You might not know what happened unless your classroom faces the track. And that's it, the 6th grade track meet.
That's right. The 6th grade track meet was this past Monday, and it continued the annual tradition of the continued collaboration between the elementary schools and the Central High School District.
Wow. In addition, tonight is the student government's annual movie night. Sadly, it's canceled because of weather. If you have any questions, you can ask a club member or Miss Geller.
Another thing that has been outside is our spring sports, and we need an update on what's happening. So here is Miss Hayes with our sports report.
It's about that time in the spring season, the last ride for a ton of talented seniors, and one last push to the remaining teams still alive. First to the unfortunate diamond, where both the softball and baseball teams fell, but we can't let the sad ending take away from their incredible runs this season. Next to the turf, where the boys had their first test right here on their home turf. The Pirates won in dominant fashion against Jericho, leading 16-7. And as for the seasons, who have Hofstra as their main site, it's one game at a time from here on out. Next to the girls, who after knocking out their district rivals, now are set for the second round. With a few MEPM teams still alive, I'm so excited to see how the brackets turn out. But until next time, I'm Miss Hayes, and I'll see you in the gym.
Thanks, Miss Hayes. But I think you forgot one very special sport. Are you sure you don't have anything to say about kickline?
Of course I do. I forgot your girls have already begun practices and dates for tryouts for next year. Teams have already been posted, so, keep checking that MEPM Athletics Instagram for all your information.
Hey, Mr. Patton, I noticed that you don't have your Celtics shirt on, but I do love that Boston Strong shirt.
Thanks. I hate yours. But it's been pretty cloudy in Boston the last couple of days.
Well, despite the rain, things have been pretty bright here in New York.
Agreed. However, what is the weather looking like this weekend? Meteorologist DuPont DeLilio is here with more.
Thanks, guys. I'm so excited to be here. I've been waiting for my chance to do this all year.
Hopefully this long weekend is going to be a good one, considering it's Memorial Day. But let's take a peek at this weekend's forecast. For Friday, expect a high of 61 and a low of 51, with some clouds and rain, and Saturday seems to be looking about the same. Expect the same dreary weather with a high of 63 and a low of 53. Thankfully, Sunday, the sun is likely to peak with a high of 65 and a low of 55. Well, the weekend doesn't look too good, but hopefully the sun will come out soon. I've got some beach plans to see the Thunderbirds, so the rain better stop at some point.
Thanks, Dew Point. The sun will always come out tomorrow. I was really hoping you'd have some better news.
Me too, Mr. Patton, but maybe next week.
Yeah, well, we'll see you, but rain or shine, I'll be outside this Memorial Day weekend. How about you, Miss Dennis?
I will too. Well, these have been the BMB morning announcements for Thursday, May 22nd.
Have a great four-day weekend, Pirates, and happy Memorial Day for all those to honor their sacrifice.
And let's go, Nick.
The sun will come out.
Tomorrow.
Bet your bottom dollar that
Tomorrow.
Dew Point.
Just. We're still on.